Welcome to Official Adventure. My brother and I will be fishing for striped bass at San Luis Reservoir, and he'll be making a Thai influenced curry for the dish. So stay tuned, enjoy the video.
There you go. Oh shit. Yeah. That didn't get bite. Yeah. Alright. Oh yeah. I have that way out there. Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah. Good ass head shakes. Yeah. Oh damn, good size. That's a keeper. I knew they were here. Fish for 19. Fuck. About 21. Yeah. Hell yeah. There you go. There you go. Oh, there. It's like, oh shit. It's like a good one. Oh, dink. God damn it. Dink.
Hi, so I am Noah, and we're going to be going to our cook segment. And today we're going to be making fried striper with a Thai curry sauce. This isn't like your traditional Thai curry sauce. This is my version of Thai curry sauce. And so if you look here, I have all my ingredients right here. I have shallots, ginger, garlic, lemongrass, galangal, lemon leaves. I have, or lime leaves. I have a curry paste, palm sugar, fish sauce, coconut cream. I have tomatoes here. I have Thai eggplant, red bells, red onions, zucchini or Italian squash, and Thai basil. And here I have a 1-to-1 ratio of rice flour and cornstarch. And first off, we're gonna start this segment by making our sauce. And so we're gonna heat up our pan at medium heat. We're gonna put about, and this is peanut oil, by the way. Yes, I filtered it into a virgin olive oil bottle. Just about maybe a tablespoon or so. Maybe a little bit more. So we're gonna start by adding in our lemongrass and our galangal. I want to kind of heat those up. This is just how I do it. This is not traditional, very non-traditional. And excuse my pan, these are very old pans, the very dirty stovetop. I want to just saute that for a little bit. You can really smell the galangal and the lemongrass. It smells great. I want to just cook that for a little bit until it starts to kind of bubble. It gets really fragrant. Next, you want to add your shallots, your ginger and garlic. You want to saute that a little bit. And you don't want that to brown all the way. You want it to just be slightly translucent and almost at the verge of browning. Saute that a little bit. You see the edges start to kind of brown a little bit. And then you want to go ahead and add your curry paste. Fry that until it's nice and fragrant. I know traditionally you're supposed to bring up your coconut milk until it boils and then you add your curry paste into it. But this is just the way that I prefer to do it. Just fry it just slightly until it gives it a nice aroma. And like all cooking, you want to adjust. Maybe just a little bit more oil, about like a half tablespoon. You want to scrape that fond at the bottom so it doesn't like burn. Nobody wants a burnt curry paste. And it's important to use a wooden spoon because if you use this guy, it's just gonna tear up and burn. Alright, it's getting really sticky. You don't want it to get too dark. At this point, I'd add in my foam sugar. And you can always add more or less to your likings. I want to be quick about this because it starts burning very fast. Try to keep it down a little bit. Add in your lime leaves. And at this point it'll look slightly dark, but don't worry. Add in your coconut milk. And you can adjust more or less to your likings. For me, I do it based on color. So I want a more orange color, less dark red color. And then at this point, you can add about half of your fish sauce, which is about 2 tablespoons. You can always adjust more for salt if you'd like. And you want to bring that up to a boil, and then turn the heat down to low and let it simmer for 15 minutes. And we'll come back and check that when it's almost ready. So here we have a nice 21-inch striper that my brother Powell had caught at the San Luis Reservoir. And it's already been clipped and prepped and cleaned. We are going to cut it in half and score it. We cut it in half because it'll cook a lot faster. And we're just gonna kind of gauge it, because if it's thicker, it's gonna take longer to cook. So you want them to be almost equal in cook time. So I just chop it in half like that. And I score this side into 2. I score this into 3 because it's just a lot bigger, so it'll cook a lot faster. I score it all the way to the bone because I'm crazy like that, okay? I want to just go ahead and season that with a little bit of salt. Go light, because if your curry sauce is very flavorful, you don't want it to be overly salty. You want this to kind of bring out the flavor of the fish. And it's a beautiful striped bass, so you don't want to abuse it. And you want to go ahead and just dip this into the flour and cornstarch mix. Give it a nice crispy skin when it's done frying. I go ahead and I batter the inside too, because I don't know if it makes a difference, but I sure hope so. I want to make sure you get all of the crevices. All right, beautiful. All right, and then we are going to bring this over to our frying station, which is right next to our sauce station. You want to make sure that your sauce don't burn. You want to make sure you stir it. This is almost ready for veggies. We're going to go ahead and throw our fish in, and then we're going to throw our vegetables in and let it cook, and they should finish at the same time. All right, and then here's our oil. We have, I use peanut oil because I'm not allergic to peanut. And I have it at about medium to medium low, but you want to make sure you temp your oil with a thermometer. And you want your temperature to be, whoa, that is way too high. But you want it to be high so that it can get a nice sear, so that when your temperature comes back down, it doesn't go down lower than 350. 350 is the magic number. We're going to go ahead and throw our biggest piece in, because that's going to take the longest to cook. And that is going to go in, and it's going to cook beautifully. We're going to throw our second piece in. All right. Go ahead and put your splash guard on to keep it from splattering everywhere, or you just leave it, because look how nice that looks. Alright, and then while that's frying, we're going to go ahead and throw in our Thai eggplant. The reason why I put it in water is to keep it from turning brown. As you can see, the water has turned brown. Go ahead and throw those in. And if you've ever made Thai curry, you'll know that Thai eggplants take forever to cook. So you want those to go in first. Go ahead and throw your tomatoes in. And I like adding tomatoes because it's a fish dish, and I feel like fish and tomatoes, they work well together. Go ahead and throw that in. And just go ahead and let that come to a slight simmer. And then you're going to throw the rest of the vegetables in. And then you'll turn the heat off, and you'll just wait until the fish is done. And you'll pour the sauce right on top, garnish it with a little bit of cilantro and green onion, and serve it with rice. Okay, so we have our striped bass still cooking here. And I have already added the onions into this because I was way ahead of myself. So you want to go ahead and add your zucchini or your Italian squash in. Don't let that just kind of like cook for a little bit. And you want to let that cook down for about 5 minutes before you add your red bell peppers in. And then you want to taste, adjust for seasoning, for sweetness, and for saltiness. You can adjust with more palm sugar, or you can adjust with more fish sauce. Let's go ahead and give this a taste. Sweetness is there, and saltiness is there. They could use a little bit more palm sugar because I tend to like it on the sweeter spectrum. So I'll probably going to add about just maybe a tablespoon or maybe half a tablespoon. All right. Just gonna go ahead and let that simmer. And flip our fish. It's looking nice. Ooh, look at that beauty. You want it to be golden brown and delicious, alright? That is going to be a delicious fried striper curry, people. And at this point, our curry or the zucchinis have cooked a little bit more. The reason why you want to add these last is because they cook extremely fast, and so you don't want them to be all wilted by the end of the cook. So I'm just going to go ahead and add these in and stir it. All right, that's looking nice. All right, let's have a little taste. Have a little taste, and let's adjust for seasoning. And yes, I did wash this spoon. Oh man, it's beautiful. We're just gonna add a little bit more fish sauce. Every time you add vegetables, the moisture inside of them wilts into the sauce, and so it dilutes the flavor of the sauce just a little bit. So you want to continue seasoning as you go, because you don't want to end up with something too flavorful or not flavorful enough. Alright, the sauce is almost done, and once the fish is done, we'll throw in the basil. You want to add this in last because it's going to turn black. You want it to have its nice crisp, well, it won't be crisp, nice green texture. Oh, and that changes everything in a curry sauce. Okay, so our fish is about done. You can always tell because the sound of the fish has gone from a raging bubbling to like a soft, like rolling boil. If it gets any softer than this, your fish is like hell now. It's burnt to death. And our sauce is almost done. So we're going to go ahead and add in our basil. Turn the heat off. And of course, you know, if you know what this is, you know, if you're Asian, you know what this is. And if you cook your own rice, you know what this is. I know it's dirty as hell, but you gotta have rice with your fish curry. All right, let's take this fish out. Turn the heat off. Make sure you turn the heat off. Make sure you drain all the oil from that fish. And tell me that doesn't look good. That looks amazing. You can see the stripes still on it. You can tell that's definitely a striper. And just wait till you see the sauce on top. We're gonna let that rest for just a split second, and then we're gonna pour the sauce over. Okay, so now we're going to plate our fish. Go ahead and put the big piece like that. You can put it any way you like. Put the tail end right next to it. I know it's crowding the plate a little bit, but you know what? I don't like to do dishes. I like to cook. And we're gonna take our beautiful sauce. Oh, look at that. That is a beautiful sauce. You can go ahead and pour that right on top. Oh, just look at that. Just look at that striper curry. If that doesn't look good to you, I don't know what looks good. Oh man, that is beautiful. You can put more or less depending on your likings. I like a lot of sauce because you know why? A lot of sauce is always better. And then I have my garnish with cilantro and green onion that I pre-slice. Just go ahead and throw that right on top. And look at that, people. Is that not one of the most beautiful dishes you've ever seen? Boom. Just as good as the restaurant. And you can do it yourself. So go get yourself a striper and make some striper curry, baby.